for glamping. Camping, but glamorous. For two glamorous men.
I don't feel glamorous, but I want to feel glamorous.
Oh, you're gonna feel glamorous. We're staying at one of the top luxury glamping resorts in the world? Question mark? It's on a lot of lists. That's all I know. It's always appearing on the list of most glamorous glamping. And we were in the area. Obviously, we had to check it out. We are currently in the Red Rocks of Utah and Moab. And the glamping resort is called Illume.
Does that mean something?
I don't know. We should Google that.
Illume.
I'm just ready to transition my brand. Yes, I have a brand. Into a luxury wellness influencer.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, we just pulled off into a dirt road. Hoping for the best. It does feel like the beginning of a horror movie. These two gays trying to be glamorous. Like, let's go glamping. And then they get murdered. You know what I mean? Like, pull up on the wrong road.
Don't put it into the universe! Did you call or email this place to make sure it's an actual place? Or did a serial killer just put the location as a glamping place?
It was on like the Vogue list of best glamping, so we're gonna be in good hands.
Has like Kendall Jenner been here then?
I'm guessing. Kendall's been here. Let the glamour begin. You know, this feels like camping, walking on a dirt trail up to the reception. Okay, here's the reception area. So we walked up to the lobby. It literally felt like we were out of Four Seasons. The way they opened up the doors and greeted us, like two people were on each side of these double doors. They opened them. They were playing this like club music, like it was just a whole moment. Like they really make that entry a thing. That doesn't happen at every campsite.
But they made it very naturey. Like there was a bunch of racks hanging from the ceiling and it kind of looked like a light fixture.
The second we got to the front desk, they gave us both shots. I asked what it was. She said it was like lemongrass and ginger and just like very good spiritually for you.
Yeah.
We had to sign some waivers because they said, although this is ran sort of like a hotel, like there are some elements that they can't control, like the weather and wildlife. She went on to say they have seen some rattlesnakes recently. Yeah, there's snakes. It's like, can you guys remove those? She then told us about the daily activities, so we can have some things to do later, which I'm excited about. I think a sound bath. I'm ready to be cleansed.
And it's not a typical sound bath. The bowls they use are lined with crystals. And if you didn't know, crystals do a lot for the humankind.
Yeah, if you ever watched The Hills, Spencer Pratt has already educated you on crystals. You already know.
It makes you feel a certain type of way. That's how I tap into crystals.
She showed us where our tent was and I was like, okay, that's up a hill, that's fine, we'll walk. This is camping, like we're down to get dirty. But she was like, no, honey, there's a golf cart. And then a millisecond later, she somehow appeared on a golf cart. She like had to go to the golf cart and drive it. It was like a 30-second thing, but it felt like it just was a snap of a finger golf cart. Sort of feels like we're at Coachella.
It does, yeah.
Like I feel like Vanessa Hudgens is gonna pop out in a Coachella outfit.
Hey guys!
Welcome to our tent.
It's kind of difficult filming you because I keep looking at my feet to make sure there's not any rattlesnakes trying to bite me.
I did ask her if those have ever shown up in the tents. She said she hasn't heard of that happening. But she said as long as you zip everything up at night and don't have crumbs, we should be good. Do you die if you get bit by a rattlesnake?
I bet in the lobby they have like anti-venom or something.
Here's a little deck area. Step inside. See a very chic, I'm hoping faux fur rug. You get a full-size couch, a coffee table.
There's a window behind you.
Let's see our view. Oh. There's another seating area here. This tent does have electricity. Glamping. The bed's comfortable. Oh, more bedding. Robes. They also have an evaporative unit, I think this is. It's supposed to keep the tent cold if we want it to. It gets into the hundreds here, so. The only thing is, even though it's glamping, we are gonna have to use an outhouse. Just kidding. There's a full bathroom. Can shut this for privacy while you take a shit. There's a mirror so you can look at yourself. Sink. All of the toiletries are A-soap. Yeah, if you aren't familiar with A-soap, just know that if you see it in someone's bathroom, they're loaded.
Is there a blow dryer in here?
There is! Glamping. There's a shower. Good old simple toilet. But yeah, that's the humble abode for the night. I am ready to glamp. She said there's some hikes on the premises, so time to lock up. Feels so wildernessy, locking up the tent.
You're telling me that someone could break in though?
Yeah, there are no keys or anything, but like, we're in the middle of nowhere. Like no one's, I'm assuming like we'll be fine, you know? I have to make sure that's completely closed because you don't have any rattlesnakes slithering in there. there. Seeing all these tents scattering these hills, just beautiful. This is how it was meant to be, guys. We're meant to live in nature with electricity and running water and
in a restaurant.
in an actual restaurant. They did say that right now, this is not a very busy season for them. People like to come in the spring and fall. So I think she said it's only like 30% occupied, so.
I am kind of scared that they were just saying that to make us feel safe, and we're actually the only ones here, which is kind of scary.
And then we wake up tomorrow and like, our car's gone. They're like, yeah, you have to work here now for the next 50 years. Isn't that what happened to Timothy Chalamet and Willy Wonka?
Yeah.
What if that happens to us? We were planning on going on a walk, as we said, but about 30 seconds into the walk, a golf cart magically appeared, and we decided to just get on that instead to get closer to the hike. We don't want to walk the whole thing if they were offering a golf cart ride, you know, like. And
then we were on the golf cart ride almost to the hike, and then she was like, it looks like you guys don't have water, so let's get you guys water. And now we have bottles of water.
Oh yeah, she swung by the lobby and got us some water.
So far, like, everyone working here has been so nice.
I know, like, I knew we were doing luxury glamping, but like, this is a whole different level. Like, we didn't even walk 10 feet before a golf cart swarmed in, you know? I heard some, I just heard some movement. There's the looking glass. Echo.
Hi.
Sounds like we're in a recording studio laying down a track.
Not one for my dating profile.
Oh, okay. So aren't you gonna pretend like you're all into hiking? All right, got it. Well, I think we did our exercise for the day. If I call them, they'll drive a golf cart up this hill to get us, right?
They said it would get stuck.
Well, I'm not walking back. I'm not doing it.
I feel hiked out after that 10-minute hike.
I know.
When I see you filming, I keep seeing this article in my head. 2 social media influencers die in a hike in Utah. I've seen that vision twice so far.
And they would say, the catch is, the hike was 10 minutes. So on the golf cart ride over to the hike, I was asking her what this is. I think she said it's the Lamb Caves, because a man, like in the 1950s, lived there. He blew dynamite into the rock to make a little cave for him and his lambs. It was time to chop up some wood, rub the wood together, and start a fire to make dinner. Of course I'm kidding. We went to the 5-star restaurant in the middle of the glamping resort. For some reason, when I looked at the menu, at first I was surprised that it had prices, because I got into this mindset that we were at an all-inclusive resort. Then I was like, oh wait, we have to like pay for everything. So it was kind of a little bit of a disappointment at first. Then I was like, okay, that makes sense. You have to pay for food. This isn't your typical campsite.
This was our time to get alcohol, because they told us that in the state of Utah, you can only get alcohol with food. So we wanted a drink, so we decided that now was the time, because this was the only time we could get a drink. Cheers. Fruit of the day.
But it isn't fruit, it's cider.
Honey crisp.
I didn't have anyone serve me that last time I went camping. A bee just flew by my drink.
I mean, we're in nature.
So for appetizers, we got tacos. Cook that over the campfire.
I love camping like this.
Glamping. Then we asked the waitress what she liked. She was like, the carrots are good. And I was like, okay, let's spend 18 bucks on carrots, you know? Yeah, they're like covered in herb oil and like non-GMO, I'm assuming, organic.
When I heard that carrots costed $17, I was like, what? But I kind of get it now. A little bit.
Now it makes sense. I'm just gonna assume those carrots are like very spiritual. They'll somehow like, they'll raise our consciousness.
The wind kept blowing our menu away. Why is there wind if this is glamping? Get rid of the wind dog.
For my main, I got the bison burger. It had pimento cheese on it. Juicy, very tender. I've had a burger camping, but not like that.
I got roasted chicken, but the chicken tasted exactly like ramen noodles. Tasty. Now it's time for the pool, it sounds like.
Yeah. So there are 3 pools. They actually call them dipping pools because they aren't like lap pools. You aren't really like, there isn't that much space and they're more of a dip, like a wellness thing, you know, like meditation, yoga pools. One of them is hot, one of them is warm, and they have a cold plunge.
I'm gonna keep going back to the hot and cold plunge until I have a reaction that makes me faint. And then I'm just gonna hope someone saves me.
That's the goal. I always bring my robe camping with me. Jacob, make sure to lock up the campsite before we get to the water source. You're like Gwyneth Paltrow. The gay version of Gwyneth Paltrow.
I'm walking barefoot.
Oh, you're like really connecting with Earth. I didn't realize we were so spiritual.
Yeah. I think that we're more spiritual than most people.
I would say that. That's what I was gonna say.
Making it a competition.
I just feel like if there was a contest, we would win.
Cold plunge time.
It's cold. It's freezing.
Medium temperature plunge time.
Wait, this one feels perfect.
Hot temperature plunge time.
The dipping pools were great. The sun was starting to go down, so then they lit up the fires. It's not your typical campfire.
Do you feel like you're camping? Because I don't feel like we are.
And it was s'more time. They had a whole entire spread. Reese's, Kit Kats, cookies and cream Hershey's.
I loved it. Yeah. Glamping. It's a different type of experience.
Not your daddy's type of camping. There was a beautiful sunset. Aww. We saw people were taking sunset photos, so we both decided to take some. We were both trying to give the energy of Selena Gomez in that one photo of her with the blanket. I think we accomplished it. Time for a sound bath out of a crystal bowl.
I need it. I feel so negative.
So I don't even think you can see me, but we're on our way back to the tent. Maybe we'll see Bigfoot on the way. All right, back home. We both agreed that during the sound bath, we were going to meditate for a UFO to appear tonight. I remember in the Demi Lovato paranormal show, like her and a group, I think it was in Utah, but they all meditated and like tried to contact UFOs and they actually saw some. So if Demi Lovato can do it, I feel like we can. But yeah, we're just gonna enjoy ourselves on the porch, look up at the sky. Aren't we all made out of stardust apparently?
I hope so, but I never heard about that. I thought we were just made from a female egg and a male spawn.
But like we're made from like, you know what I mean? Like at one point you were a star.
So
like, you know,
sperm
like,
is a star basically?
well, at some point, because like it didn't come out of thin air, you know, like everything is just like made into something. Like, so we're all stars. Do I have a tumor on my forehead? Doing skincare by the light of a lantern. It's like what Snow White did. Animals helped her. Like she just lived out in the wilderness, right? And those dwarves helped her too.
I'm Snow White, and you're one of the little dwarfs. Fetch me a soda.
Wait, was she paying them? Not trying to like cancel her, but. What if a grizzly bear bangs on the door? You didn't bring any snacks, right? You don't have any cupcakes in your bag?
The next morning.
I just woke up and Jacob got eaten by a coyote. So I'm gonna tell the front desk and see what we should do.
That's not true. I'm just in the bathroom, and it kind of sucks using this bathroom because Luke is gonna have everything I do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just heard Jacob take a shit. Before I went to bed, I was reading on my phone, like on the Kindle app, and a spider appeared on the screen. So I threw my phone and screamed, and Jacob was already asleep, and then he thought someone like broke in or something, but so that was the only drama of the night for me. A spider appeared, a really small one, but then I was just like, ew, there's spiders? Like, I thought this was glamping. But you know, it's the wilderness, so, you know, we are in a tent, even though it feels like we're in a mansion.
She walked us to the table and said, "The world is truly your oyster."
And she was referring to like we could pick any table we wanted, but I do feel like she also felt in a deeper way. I know usually camping you don't use glasses, you'd probably use plastic cups or something, or a water bottle, but again, this is glamping. I just got the breakfast sandwich. I love how thick this bread is. Like that's like, they made it in there, you know?
It's like a pound cake. I got the...
Chilaquiles?
Yeah, chilaquiles.
I think that's what they
Yeah, I asked how to pronounce it, so I felt embarrassed, like, telling you guys. But yeah, it's basically, I'm just gonna say breakfast nachos.
There's kale. This is great.
Cold plunge contest.
Who said we would do a minute?
I feel like I want to yell.
No. Who did that?
Hey guys.
Do you feel dizzy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Jacob is on the other side of that thing showering. He did let me know the water was really hot. The water temperature is set, and the people before us, I guess, really wanted it hot. But luckily, since this is glamping, they have a number you can text. So I was just like, oh, can we adjust the temperature of the water? And they said they're sending someone up to make it colder. Luxury. But yeah, while we wait for maintenance to come fix the water temperature, I just want to give a little morning Lucas mindful moment. Life can be rocky. There can be cliffs, but one thing's certain, it's all connected to the same foundation. You cut me sucking. Okay, shower with me in my tent. So they have their Aesop shampoo, which is very good. All the baldies know. You have to pack your own balding shampoo. The balding girlies get it. Comment below if you're a balding girly. I'm using some Aesop body cleanser. Oh, this smells rich. This is my favorite cleanser. I feel like I'm in a Pantene Pro V commercial. Well, I gotta say, that was a very luxurious camping shower. This is the new me. Well, we're packing up. It's almost checkout time. A golf cart is on the way to bring us to our car. But honestly, this was a great time. I had such a fun time in this tent.
I'm gonna miss this place.
It was fun living like they used to live in the olden days. Just living off the land. By the way, we just launched a podcast. Links below.